All right, now, Chris, the Premier League returns to action this week. Can you just give me just maybe a rough sketch of how your week looks like?
Yeah, sure. On Wednesday, we play our catch-up game or rearranged game against Sky Battalion. You'll remember that was due to be played first game of the season, was postponed by the Premier League. So finally we're able to play that fixture. And then on Saturday afternoon, we'll be playing against Matlama, which is obviously a very, very tough game against one of the big teams again. But a game we're looking forward to.
And maybe just looking into these two games and the time when they come, are they not putting pressure on your technical team?
I mean, we've got to play these games. We can't pick and choose when we play our games. Sometimes we've been saying that one of the problems we faced this year is it's been hard to get momentum going because we play a game and then it seems every other week we seem to have a game postponed. So, in one respect, it's probably nice to have 2 games in a week to try and pick up that momentum, but also on the other side, it's obviously difficult to prepare for 2 games and 2 completely different games. We're playing one team who will be fighting for everything because they're desperate for points at the bottom of the league, and then another team who are desperate for points at the top of the league. So it's 2 completely different games, but 2 very difficult games, and it does put pressure on everybody, but at the same time, hopefully it will give us that chance to pick up the momentum that we're looking for.
Okay, speaking of the momentum, you'll be coming into this game after maybe highly motivated after your recent win against Bantu, and now you've had 2 of your players selected into the national team. I just want to know, are we likely to see them featuring in the midweek game, even on the weekend's game? I don't know if you would feel free to respond to that one.
I mean, they're available. Both players are available to play for us in both games. Obviously, as always, up to the technical team, what team gets picked and the reasons why players may get picked. But we've had reassurance that the players will be available all week for us, both for training and for games.
Okay, and maybe lastly, one could say we are midway through the first half of the season, and looking at the statistics, the records on how we've played, the number of games, the wins, the draws, the losses, is the management still happy?
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, we always said at the start of the year this was, it was a difficult year to predict what would happen. It's a transition year. We lost a lot of players, like we keep saying. We still got a lot of belief that the squad that we had can still do well this season, and I think we're still in a position where we can do that. I mean, you look at the, number one, when I said, you look at every other week you're having games postponed. We're 2 in some cases 3 games behind all the other teams in the league, which is a difficult position to be in. Then when you look at our fixtures as well, we've had a very tough run of fixtures. We've already played the DOD, Bantu, LCS, LDF, LMPS. All those teams that are expected to be up in that top, fighting for that top 4 or 5 positions this season. We've got Matlama coming up again. So I mean, the fixtures have been probably one. I'm sure there's probably no other team that's had the same kind of fixture list as we've had at the start of the season. And on top of that, when you look at, we have a chance this week. We've got 2 games as points available. We're waiting to hear what will happen with Sandawana. And then suddenly, if you pick up some points this week and the Sandawana thing gets worked out and we get points for that, and suddenly we're right up there in the mix again. So I don't think, saying to someone today, I think it's not a true reflection really of where we are. We had a fantastic result against Bantu, first team to beat them for 23 games. So, I'm not too worried about where we are right now. And I think once we get that run of games going, then let's see where we are. I say this every year. Let's see where we are at the midway point, and then that'll probably give us a better assessment of where we're heading. I don't think right now, after we've only played 6 games, that we can really gives us a true picture of where we are.
All right, thanks for your time there, Chris.
Pleasure as always.